It's good to be back. I'm TJ Werre, host of Mississippi Scoreboard Friday Night Live, presented by Performance Therapy. 14 locations across the state. Performance Therapy, comprehensive care, hands-on treatment, proven results. Once again, Mississippi Scoreboard Friday Night Live back for the second season, and we're here at the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame and Museum in Jackson. We're so glad you can be here with us for another journey through the high school football season, getting started a little earlier this year. MAIS has been in action for a couple weeks. The MHSAA getting started tonight. So let's show you some of the games we're going to be keeping our eye on this evening on this very warm, hot Friday night in August in Mississippi. How about Picayune and Brandon? We got some reclassifications that went on in the MHSAA, and Picayune is the defending champion in 5A, but they moved up to 6A. And then you got Brandon, who is in 6A. They're now up in 7A. This is going to be a great matchup of two teams who played in championship games last year. Brandon falling to Starkville in last year's 6A title game. Then we've got Germantown and Northwest Rankin. This is going to be the first meeting between the teams since 2018. Germantown up to 7A, so is Northwest Rankin, and they're both in 7A Region 2. And how about those Starkville Yellow Jackets I was just talking about? They're taking on Noxubee County tonight. Starkville up to 7A Region 2. They are led by quarterback Trey Petty, the Illinois commit, who helped the Yellow Jackets run through 6A as a 4 seed last year to take home that state championship. Then you got Noxubee County, went 10-5 last year. They lost in the championship game to Raleigh last year, 55-52. That's their third loss in the championship game in the last 4 years. How about Ocean Springs and Madison Central? Ocean Springs looking a lot different this year. They have a new head coach, and they're missing a couple of their big players from last year, including Bray Hubbard, who is a back-to-back winner of 6A Mr. Football. He's now at Alabama. And then there's Oxford and Lafayette, the Crosstown Classic. Oxford lost in the first round of the playoffs last year. They're now up to 7A as well. And then you've got Lafayette, who lost in the first round of the playoffs to Callaway 28-14. Lafayette leads this all-time series 26-24-2. Oxford won last year, and they won 9 of the last 11. And then down on the coast, Gaucher and Gulfport taking on each other. Gaucher had a pretty good season last year. They went 10-3, lost in the South State Finals to eventual champion Picayune. And then you've got Gulfport, who went 9-3. Their new head coach, Blaine Pennick, who was at Ocean Springs a year ago. Then in the MAIS, you got Hartfield and Simpson Academy. Remember, Hartfield is going to have that postseason ban this year, but they're not going to be playing with any less vigor this season, I'm sure of that. Then you have Oak Forest and MRA. Oak Forest won the 5A state championship in the MAIS last year. They're going to be taking on the runner-up MRA. We're going to check those guys out. And then finally, Jackson Prep and Adams Christian. Jackson Prep beat MRA for that championship in 6A MAIS last year, their 22nd state championship in school history. And then there's Adams County Christian. They lost to Tri-County in the state semifinals of the 4A playoffs a year ago. So again, Mississippi Scoreboard Friday Night Live presented by Performance Therapy. Let's hear from our sponsors.
Hello, my name is Brooks Fort Mary. I'm the director at Performance Therapy in Clinton. We're a clinic in town that offers physical, occupational, and speech therapy for adults and pediatrics.
Which
helps kind of set us apart a little bit.
Oh, please don't run it back.
In this community.
I hate you so much.
On the physical therapy side, we're able to treat orthopedic injuries, knee replacements, rotator cuff surgeries, anything like that. But also we offer pelvic floor physical therapy for those people that need that, and pediatrics. And our occupational side and speech side also treat adult and pediatric patients. Because we offer all 3 disciplines, we're able to try to give a wide approach and really see anything that's needed in this community. Our clinic's really willing to go the extra mile and help patients however is needed. If you have a game, we want to go and support you and see how we can serve you in that way. If it's at your daycare, we're willing to go visit that and see how your kids need accommodations or treatment with that. So we're willing to do whatever's needed and be there every step of the way for you in your recovery. If you're in Clinton, you can reach out to us specifically, but if you're at any of our other locations, feel free to visit our website, performancetherapyms.com. We are Performance Therapy, hands-on treatment, comprehensive care, proven results.
All right, so Mississippi Scoreboard Friday Night Live presented by Performance Therapy. Remember, 14 locations across the state to help you out. Comprehensive care, hands-on treatment, proven results. So I know y'all heard me on the mic a little bit, forgot to turn it off, because Noxubee County kicked off to Starkville, and then Starkville ran a kickoff back in that commercial. So that stinks for us, but that's okay. We got plenty of football to watch tonight. Noxubee County up 12-7 in that game. But first, we are going to go to, tonight is going to be Brandon and Picayune is where we're going to start. Picayune up 7-0 early second quarter. Let's go to Jake Wimberly and the boys over at Brandon to catch our first game of the year.
Right there, and Picayune's going to get first down. Brandon territory, ball sitting on the Brandon 7-yard line, 6-7 yard line.
Robertson under center, all set eye. Buck sweep to Davis, got a flag on the play. Got a false start on Picayune. That'll back him up. Again, you talk about, and this is all sounds cliche, especially to the young ones out there. 3 phases of football: offense, defense, special teams.
Keys to the game. I said you've got to, cliche, you've got to win all phases. In a game like this, you've got to win all phases. And so far, we're losing in all 3 phases.
All 3 phases. So the punt block sets Picayune up as we got a timeout on the field. Let's take one with them. 30-second timeout on the field. 11:14 to go into the half.
Elite
promise to work.
Definitely flipped it there and kind of at least slowed it down. Let's see if they can totally flip it into their favor on this defensive possession. There's the kick by Gallegos. Going to come down, going to be taken at the 15, bobbled, picked up at the 17, going to run wide to the left. Going to be tackled there at about the 25, which is where Noxubee County will start this drive just outside the 25 at, let's call it the 26. And the Starkville defense trying to find themselves now here early in this game and in this season comes out to see if they can get a stop.
And I'd like to see us maybe put some more guys in.
Brandon, now it's going to be 2nd and goal for Picayune. 11-minute mark. Picayune knocking on the door, trying to extend that 7-0 lead early in this ball game.
It's outside linebackers, defensive back, linebacker to that side have got to get up the field in a hurry and make the tackle.
2nd down and goal from the 9. Picayune going towards Highway 18. Toss sweep near side. Davis this time going to cut back inside, and he picks up about another 4 yards. It'll be 3rd down and goal from the 4.
And a flag on the play after the whistle was blown. Be interesting to see what this call is.
Chris, any idea back there?
It happened. The only thing I can think it possibly could from where it came from is maybe a late hit. They might be talking about this and waving this one off. I'm not 100% positive, but I mean the ball was already down. They're calling personal foul on Picayune, so I'm not exactly sure what it is, but that's a huge, huge penalty because they're in a goal-and-goal situation.
Yeah, really is. And again, it's just, it's textbook offense on Picayune's part, but it's textbook defense. Brandon's got to perform. Again, you see that lineup, you kind of know what's coming. Linebackers got to be prepared for the cutback run on the inside. Your outside linebacker, your defensive backs have got to get up the field, get off the block. Defensive end on that side have got to get off the block and contain as well. Push everything back inside, and the inside linebacker, the tackle on the weak side have got to just be ready when that ball comes back.
You bring up, and you were in my head right there, because I'm thinking Davis is such a good cutback runner. You don't see a lot of what we call traditional cutback running. Like with what we do with Brandon and what you see other teams, they'll do what you call stretch runs, and then there will be some cutback lanes. In this offense, you've got to be your vision as a running back, that cutback may be 3 yards into the hole. And Davis has got unbelievable vision.
Davis, Didell before him.
Didell before him, yeah.
Good Lord, Didell. Man, he bread and butter. Look, that got him back to Web scholarship out to Oregon.
Talking to Kerry Metzler.
And he's going to be good.
He's going to play this year.
Yeah, he's going to be a good one. He's going to be a doggone good one on the next level.
Third down and goal from the 20. We'll see if Robertson puts it in the air. He has not done so yet tonight. Bulldogs move some guys in and out. Got some defensive backs. They're going to go under center. Got one receiver near side, number 10. That's going to be Ian Herring. High backfield. And now it looks like Picayune may want a timeout. We're going to see here.
Hey, Jake, real quick, delay a game on Picayune, so that pushes it back even more.
Well, you need something if you're Brandon. You need something good to happen, right? And a couple of penalties kind of affects the rhythm of Picayune because right now, I mean, Picayune goes down and scores on their first drive after a Brandon stop. Brandon doesn't do anything. And then, of course, it's been all Picayune since then. And then the block punt sets them up first and goal inside the 5. This is a big break.
Big break, and this is the breathing room this defense needed. Picayune had initially first down on the 6-yard line and 2 penalties back-to-back. Now this makes it third down, and looks like they're backing it back. Third and goal, and at the 25-yard line. So, it gives that defense a little bit of breathing room, but the defense still got to watch the wing back or the back out of the backfield. They love to run the real route with the running back out of the backfield. Got to watch it here.
Yeah, Davis he doesn't catch it a lot, but he can catch it out of the backfield. So you got to watch him, and somebody's got to be spying him. Third down and goal from the 25. And here's the pass. Looking up, and Robertson's going to throw it towards the end zone. That ball is up, and it's knocked away, but there's a flag in the end zone.
I believe they're going to get either Preston Ashley.
All right, let's hop over to Starkville really quick. Starkville has the ball. It's 12-7, Knoxville County, but the Yellow Jackets are driving.
4 to the 21. Jackets up on the ball, like you said. 4 wide receivers, 2 to either side. Going to give it straight up the middle. Going to bounce it to the outside. That's Cooper. He's around the corner. Kenny's got one man. Going to knock him out of bounds inside the 5. Right at the 5 or just inside. So nice run by Cooper. First down. And goal to go now for the Yellow Jackets. Knocking on the door. Looking to take the lead with a touchdown.
And I think one of 2 options here. If you're Starkville High, go back to that read option, see if you can get Cooper going downhill or throw it up to Burnside on a fade.
Ball's on the right hash. There's a snap. Going to give it to Cooper right up the middle, and he'll go into the end zone for a score. That'll make it 13-12.
All right, Starkville's got a touchdown, and they've got a lead. It's 13-12 PAT pending. We're going to go back over to Brandon and Picayune now. Picayune got a pass interference call, so this should be first down and goal now. Let's see if they reset it, or maybe, I don't know. I think they changed the rule. It might not have turned to a first down. So it's third and goal still. Picayune up 7-0, trying to cash in. They were at the 1-yard line at one point, but penalties have driven them back.
Robertson under center. Reverse going far side, and Bulldogs going to do a good job of wrapping that up. Pick up about 5. It'll be fourth down at about the 7-yard line, and that was number 4, Darrell Smith on the carry.
Another guy they're going to count on this offense, but good defensive play by the Bulldog defense to bring up fourth down to keep them out of the end zone. Definitely see what Picayune comes up with on this fourth down play.
9:29 to go until the half. Picayune on top 7-0, and they've had the football for most of this first half. 5 first downs for the Maroon Tide. Fourth down and goal at the Bulldogs 7-yard line. Check that 8-yard line. Robertson under center. Drops the throw. Slant route. Caught. Nope. Dropped it. Hit him in the breadbasket. It's going to go the other way. Let's go down to Chris. Chris, how close was that?
He hit him right between the hands in the middle of the 9, and he just couldn't come down. Now,
all right, so Picayune turns it over on downs. If you're wondering on some of those plays why they weren't throwing it, well, because they don't throw the ball much. They only passed the ball 79 times last season for 955 yards. Let's go check out Madison Central and Ocean Springs for the first time tonight. Madison Central at home in the jungle. It's 10-7 in the third quarter. Ocean Springs with the football.
The junior, he's got some room across the 35. Lowers his head at the 36 and is going to be tackled right there on the stop. Marquise Williams.
Second down at about 4. All of the 36 minus territory for Ocean Springs.
Greyhounds will send 2 receivers to the near side, man in motion and near side as well. Handoff is to Will Smith Jr.'s got some room across the 40 to the 45 to the 50. down to the 47-yard line. That'll be another first down for the Greyhounds, and the Greyhounds are marching on the Jags into Jaguar territory. It looks like somebody's slow to get up for Ocean Springs. 7:14 to go here in the Mosquito Boss third quarter. Madison Central 10, the Greyhounds 7. It'll be 1st and 10 from the.
All right, let's hop over to Brandon really quick. The Bulldogs back up against their own end zone. It's 3rd and 12. Let's see what the Bulldogs can do here, and then we'll hop back to Ocean Springs and Madison Central.
Hard line. Bulldogs yet to have an explosive play in this ball game. Barnes drops to throw, delay handoff. Here comes Nate Blunt, and he is going to be knocked down. A pickup of 5 on the play. It'll be 4th down.
You know, we're fortunate to only be down by 7 in this ball.
All right, Brandon, about the punt. Back to Ocean Springs and Madison Central. Ocean Springs with the ball. They're led by first-year head coach Jake Bramlett. He was the team's offensive coordinator the last 3 seasons under Blaine Pennick, who went to Gulfport. And right now, Pennick, he led some really good offenses at Clinton with Cam Akers, trying to work his magic down at Ocean Springs after you're over to Gulfport, trying to work his magic at Gulfport, as they had a really good season with Ocean Springs last year. Ocean Springs losing to Brandon in the 6A South Finals last year with a chance to get to the state championship game. So let's hang out here for a little bit, and then we'll bounce around as we see fit.
Cramp across the way. Madison Central player. Looks like he's cramped up. Madison Central, nice job, and once again, it's stacking up that line of scrimmage and tackling by committee.
.6:14 to go here in the Mosquito Ball.
All right, timeout at Madison Central. Let's go back to Brandon and Picayune.
6 games, you're doing something right, and you don't deviate from that. And we see what got them to that 26-game win streak.
First down and 10 from their own 32-yard line. 7:48 to go. First quarter action. 7-0. Picayune on top. Give to Davis, and he makes a man miss. Breaks a tackle. Davis going to be taken down at the 41-yard line. A pickup of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, and let me point this out. See if I can find it here.
Ashley makes the tackle for the Bulldogs. Ball sits at the 40-yard line. Robertson under center. Going to go offset eye in the backfield. Conti off to the right side, wide receiver right with a wingback. Buck sweep far side, Davis. And he is going to rip through that Bulldog defense up to the 46-yard line. A pickup of 6.
Back to Starkville and Noxubee County. Noxubee County with the ball. 13-12. Dangerous pass there, and it's incomplete. Now let's go back to Brandon and Picayune. Still 7-0. We were talking about that running game, about how much that Picayune doesn't pass. There's a good reason they don't pass very much. They're led by senior running back Chris Davis, 3-star recruit in the class of 24. He's a Stanford commit. Last season, he rushed for over 1,000 yards and 16 touchdowns, while running with Dante Dowdwell, who rushed for 2,165 yards and 31 TDs. He's now at Oregon. He was a 4-star recruit. So those dudes could run the football. Let's go back to Starkville and Noxubee County as we have a timeout. And we're also going to keep our eye on Madison Central and Ocean Springs, who are in a timeout.
Passing.
And let's go back over to Madison Central and Ocean Springs as they're coming out of a timeout. It is 10-7, 5:55 to go in the third quarter. Ocean Springs still with the football, and they are deep in Madison Central territory.
10-7 your score. 1st and 10 for the Greyhounds. The Jags on top, 10-7. Here's the snap by Berglund. It is a dipsy-do reverse to the far side. A little room over there by the Greyhounds. 9 to 10 yard gain across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Looked like some ruckus going on over the far side. Of course, Ocean Springs coaching staff wants a penalty flag thrown over there, but no flag on the play. They're going to mark the ball at the 18, 1st and 10 for the Greyhounds.
Greyhounds have moved the ball very effectively in the third quarter. No points to show for it, but they're in the red zone right now at the 18-yard line, 1st down.
Double tight end set for the Greyhounds. 2 receivers to the near side. Handoff is to Will Smith Jr. across the 15 down to the 13-yard line.
Made a little adjustment right at the line of scrimmage and found a seam along the right side. Madison Central still working that 3-man defensive front.
Under 5 minutes to go here in the Mosquito Ball's third quarter. 2nd and 5.
Nice tackle on the play.
Looks like Will Smith Jr. on the carry.
Ryan McCall on the stop. Very little, if any, gain on the play. Well, 3rd down play, 3rd down and about 5.
So Grace crossing 3rd down, 3rd and 5.
Ball on the 13-yard line.
About the 8-yard line for the first. Berglund takes a snap, rolls to the near side, has his receiver incomplete. Berglund was under pressure.
And Ocean Springs will bring out the kicking unit to try to tie this ball game up. The good coverage downfield by Madison Central.
Corey Robertson was not faked at that play action fake and was all over Berglund there. So,
but if he'd have caught the ball, he wouldn't have gone far.
So Peyton Williams is on for the field goal attempt. It'll be a 30-yard kick. Ball almost to the far hash. Good snap. It's going to be blocked, and it's going to come up short. Madison Central blocks that field goal attempt.
That's a CIA.
All right, field goal no good. Madison Central defense gets a stop. It's still 10-7. Let's go back to Brandon now. Still 7-0 Picayune. Brandon with the ball. 5:10 to go in the second quarter.
And we got a flag on the play. And it looks like, again, that might be a false start. Chris, what we got?
I think it's going to be illegal motion, 2 men in motion on the offensive front.
So Bulldogs again, and you talk about playing behind the chains. This is the 2nd or 3rd time we've been playing behind the chains.
Yeah, offensively, not going to be successful doing that.
1st down and 15. Varn's going to hand to Blunt, left side, and Blunt is going to be spun down. A pickup of 1 on the play. Not a lot of room there.
Not a lot of room at all. Again, their defensive backs are doing a good job of getting up the field outside line. The linebackers getting a job of getting up the field. Having a tough time running against Wallers, and I believe Mac Williams, 6'3", 235, I believe, right side.
Barnes going to bring Quincy in motion, going to hand it to him on the sweep, and Quincy Phillips is going to pick up about 2 on the play. It'll be 3rd down.
Their defensive backs are just doing a great job of staying at home and getting up the field, just not finding anything on the corners.
3rd down and 13. 1st down sits at the 27-yard line. Bulldogs only have 1 first down in the ballgame. Trying to think last time Bulldogs were shut down like this offensively. We'll have to go back through the numbers since Sam Williams has been here. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Blunt off to the right shoulder. Check that left shoulder of Landon Barnes. Barnes drops to throw. Rush coming. Steps up. Barnes going to be hit, and he is going to be dropped. A loss of 2 on the play, so the Maroon Tide get a sack.
All right, let's check in on Germantown and Northwest Rankin for the first time tonight. Germantown with the football. It's a deep pass down the right side on 1st and 10. They just completed a big pass down the middle of the field. This is the first meeting between the teams since 2018. Northwest Rankin won that one 42-7. As a matter of fact, Northwest Rankin has never lost to Germantown. They are 4-0 against the Mavericks. Remember Germantown, they had that big win last year at Oxford, had them in the playoff picture, but then they lost their final 3 games of the year to Madison Central, Starkville, and Tupelo. Starkville and Tupelo obviously juggernaut. Well, Starkville wasn't in the regular season, did go on to win the championship, but Tupelo was the best team in the state for a long time last year. And then you got Northwest Rankin. finished 4-3 in 6A Region 3, and they lost in the first round of the playoffs to Ocean Springs 49-21. So let's check in now. 2nd and 10 for the Mavericks at Northwest Rankin. Okay, so we have no audio there. That's okay. I will try and talk as much as I can and be as knowledgeable as I can, but can't make too many guarantees. But I can talk give a little more context to each team. For example, Germantown, led by Russell Mitchell. He's in his 2nd season. He was a former offensive coordinator at Oak Grove. He was a QB for Pearl River Community College when they won a national championship in 2004. Offensive coordinator for Picayune when they won a 5A title in 2011 and 2013. And then he was an offensive coordinator and assistant head coach for Oak Grove's 6A state title in 2020. So if you want a guy with championship pedigree leading your team, Russell Mitchell is a man for the job. And then over at Northwest Rankin, they're led by Devin Cooper. He took over for Toby Collins. Toby Collins now at Madison Central. He won a state championship in his first year at MC. Cooper was at Scott Central the last 3 years, or 3 years prior to going to Northwest. Had a 35-6 record, including a 2A state championship in 2018. So that is kind of how they set the scene here. And I don't know what it is about us picking games and then things kind of slowing down. But now we got a 2nd and 20. And in the meantime, while they get this play set, let's jump over to Madison Central and Ocean Springs. Ocean Springs has the ball once again against the Jaguars.
Going to hand off the ball. Trace Carter on the carry, going to gain about 3 yards on the play. So now 3rd and 2. Grace crossing 3rd down from the 48-yard line. 3rd and 2. Berglund back in the game. Must have an equipment problem or something. So he's back in the game at quarterback for the Greyhounds. 3rd and 2 from the 48-yard line. 1:21 and counting here at the wing stop. 3rd quarter, Berglund just going to take the ball. He's going to be hit and dropped right there. Big time play by number 23 for Madison Central. Jamison Kelly shoots through the gap and sacks the quarterback.
Dropped him for a loss. It'll be 4th down at about 3. No sign of the kicking unit for Ocean Springs. So they keep that offense on the field. They're in plus territory at the 49 with a 3rd and 3.
Berglund will send 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. And remember, Berglund has pooch punt already in this game. So let's see what he does here. The Jags have nobody back, and he is going to drop back and punt the ball. He's going to get a foot into it, and it's going to bounce at the 20-yard line, and it's going to be fielded by the Greyhounds there right at the looks like the 18-yard line is where the Jags will have the ball. 1st and 10 with 27 seconds.
All right, he'll fire over the middle.
Really quick,
and it's
Germantown and
incomplete.
Northwest Rankin. Northwest Rankin just got a sack and a fumble recovery. So Northwest Rankin has the ball. It's 14-0. In the meantime, Picayune and Brandon still 7-0, but Picayune is going to be deep in Brandon territory. Let's hop over there, and we'll see who can get a playoff first, and we'll jump to them.
Down and 1 as the clock now will go under 2 minutes. Picayune, they just soon milk this thing down and try to punch it in here. Robertson, straight ahead, quarterback sneak. He's going to be stacked up right at the line. Chris, did he get that first down? It's hard to tell.
They're going to call him short. He's going to be about a foot short. Yeah, they're going to call it 4th down. So good job there by the defensive front of Brandon. They made a couple defensive changes and put some bigger linemen in there and kind of read that play. So big 4th down coming up now if you're Brandon. Wouldn't be surprised to see a timeout here and talk about it, in which we do.
Yeah, and I tell you what, Kate Shivers, transfer in offensive lineman.
On the receiving end, Caleb
All right,
Bogans will move the sticks for Northwest Rankin.
We have timeout in Brandon and Picayune. Northwest Rankin inside the 30, trying to get on the scoreboard for the first time tonight. 9:40 and some change there in the 2nd quarter.
Rainbow Snap has to wait on it. Now he'll throw one towards the end zone. Flat will come out. It'll be interference. The guilty.
Again, no audio being able to come from that stream right now. Oh, there is audio now.
Trying to hit that big
So
play
let's
after
take a
picking
ride
up
for
the
a couple
first
minutes to
down
say
and
hello to the good
get
folks
their
of
first
Germantown.
points of the season. And instead they pick up a penalty on the Mavericks, and that'll move it inside the red zone.
Stops the clock with 9:28. They tried to lob that one for 6 points. So a first down and 10. That'll be marched all the way to the 13-yard line. So they can pick up that first down at the 3. 14-0, Germantown on top. 9:28 opening half. Long half of football. A lot of passes in this ball game. White in the gun, retrieves the low snap, give to his running back, runs through an arm tackle, trying to fight through a defender and cannot. He's slung out of bounds by Jeremiah Washington. It was the give to Dylan Lewis once more. He'll pick up of about 4. Could have been a lot more.
Yeah, he had a head of steam headed in that direction. And the defensive back just stepped in there and made a solid tackle.
2nd and 6, give to Lewis. Got some running room right side. They're trying to jump on him. He'll drag a couple of Mavericks.
Okay, over to Starkville and Noxubee County, and also an update on Brandon and Picayune. Picayune went for it on 4th and 1. They did not get it. So Brandon has the ball at their own 12. But now let's jump back to Northwest Rankin. The Cougars are inside the 5.
Up, everybody
trying to punch one in
figure out where to go
for the first time this year.
Now they're going to take, looks like Northwest Rankin going to call a timeout. Looks like they should have snapped the football and they would have caught them off guard, but it will be a timeout. We'll take one as well. 8:43 in the first half. Germantown 14, Cougars nothing.
It's killing my energy, man. They're killing me. All right, Noxubee County's got the ball against Starkville. While their feet was frozen on us, Starkville was able to score again to make it 21-12. And we're only 4 minutes into that second quarter. That offense can move the ball. That's what they did last year, and they're already doing it tonight. But Noxubee County hanging tough in this one, down 9 with 7:59 to go in the second.
About midfield or further. So it'll be 1st and goal. Ball sits at the 19 of Starkville. Noxubee knocking on the door with an opportunity to cut into the lead. They trail by 9, 21-12. Midway here through the first quarter almost with 7:45 to go. First half, in the second quarter. There's a snap back, going to give it to Wicks up the middle, and he's going to be hit a yard or 2 downfield and spin his way for an extra yard. So give him 3, down to the 16, brings up 2nd and 7.
After the mistake, a nice stop there on defense by the Jackets. With the struggles we've seen on special teams for Noxubee County, if they get into these, 4th and goals or 4th down in the red zone here, I'm curious to see if they go for it like the Jackets did.
So we're going to have 4 wide receivers in this set. Starkville struggled last year a lot with untimely penalties.
And he is into the end zone.
Touchdown. Let's go back to Starkville and Noxubee County. Noxubee County about to run a play. Now they're running a play. And that one is broken up. So Northwest Rankin on the board in their game against Germantown's 14-6. PAT coming, trying to make it 14-7. In the meantime, we've got Madison Central and Ocean Springs still humming along. Madison Central up 10-7. And then we're keeping an eye on Jackson Prep and Adams County Christian. Prep up 10-7 in that game. 10-0 in that game, and we will hang here for a minute and then jump somewhere else.
Forces an incompletion.
All right, so ball's on the left hash. It's 3rd down and 7. Ball sits at the 16-yard line. They're going to send a man in motion from left to right, and it's a lot of pressure. He throws it up, and it's going to fall incomplete and bring up 4th down. It was a screen play, and Starkville had enough pressure that he couldn't.
All right, over to Brandon and Picayune. Brandon trying to score for the first time tonight. Got a big pass play completed just a moment ago, and now Landon Varnes is trying to go to the back of the end zone. This pass is caught. What a catch! Was that a replay? Are they showing the replay right now? Okay, it is a touchdown. I was like, what happened? What happened? Was this like a play earlier in the game? What's going on? I don't know what's going on. So right now it is a catch and a touchdown for Brandon. The Bulldogs on the board with just under 30 seconds to go in the second quarter. What a way to get on the board there. Let's jump back now to Noxubee County and Starkville. Looks like we've got a 4th and 7 coming for Noxubee County. Maybe? Let's go to the feed. Maybe they'll explain it for us. Water timeout. Never mind. We got a timeout. All right, let's go to Madison Central and Ocean Springs then. Madison Central is still up 10-7, and they've got the football. I'm not sure if their clock is working correctly. So I thought it was in the second quarter just a little while ago, but it says fourth quarter now, 9 minutes ago. But the time checks out. It's almost 9 o'clock. So 10-7 Madison Central, 9 minutes ago in that game.
9 minutes left in the Southern Ag Credit fourth quarter and counting. 10-7 your score. Madison Central on top of the Greyhounds of Ocean Springs. 3-man defensive front. Dime package for Ocean Springs. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near, 1 back in the backfield. Play action. Picarella throws over the middle, and it looks like we had another stoppage of play.
It's going to be all sides on the defense. So Madison Central will get another opportunity.
That'll be 3rd down and 6 after that 5-yard penalty, the Kincaid's fine clothing penalty flag.
Let's see. They third looks like about 7, Bob, after they place the ball. Ball will be the 46-yard line in minus territory for the Jags. So got to go to the 48.
Clock continues to roll in the Southern Ag Credit fourth quarter, 8:25 and counting. Madison Central 10, Ocean Springs 7. 3rd and a long sick. Play action from Picarella. It's going to be intercepted at the 50-yard line, at the 40, at the 30, down to the 29-yard line. Intercepted by number 2, Trace Carter, and Picarella just did not see the linebacker there.
Hey, running a slant pattern by the receiver. He looked open, but he stepped right in the route. He was right there underneath. Picarella, as you said, he never saw him. So it's second turnover of the night for Madison Central.
Couldn't come at a worse time. 8:10 to go here in the ball game in the Southern Ag Credit fourth quarter. 10-7 your score. Madison Central on top, but the Greyhounds are in business. 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line of the Jags. Ball on the far hash. 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far. Berglund looks to the near side. A wide receiver screen is going to be called around the 30-yard line. No, the official's going to say it's incomplete. The ball hit the ground. So 2nd down and 10 after the incompletion.
Try to run that receiver screen. Berglund throwing off his back foot, just didn't get enough on it. So 2nd down and 10 from the 29 and plus territory.
Man in motion to the near side. Briston Smith's going to get the handoff on the end around to the near side across the 30 down to the 24-yard line. Gain of about 5 yards, so 3rd and a long 5. A Grace Crossing 3rd down here. Of course, probably 4th down territory. The clock rolls 7:41 and counting here in the Southern Ag Credit fourth quarter. And the Greyhounds trail by 3, 10-7. Jags bring up 5 men to the front.
Ocean Springs sideline.
Berglund sends 2 receivers to the far side, 1 back in the backfield. Handoff is to the running back. He's going to be hit and dropped right at the 25-yard line.
He lost yardage on the play. Lost a yard back to the 25.
All right, let's bounce back over to Starkville now. Starkville has the ball. It's 3rd and 18. We'll get back to Ocean Springs in just a second.
At the 40. Got to be tackled down in the Noxubee territory at the 37. That's number 6, Isaiah Witherspoon with the catch on a perfectly laid out deep throw by Petty. And I mean, he just put it in a perfect spot. Petty going to be behind. He's limping down the field. He's not feeling his best here, but he's going to stick it out. He's a tough guy. But I mean, Calvin, that was a really, really, really nice throw there.
That's a tremendous ball, and Witherspoon makes another big play. He has really impressed me so far in the early goings of this game. His connection with Petty and his blocks on the edge have been tremendous today and a big help for this Jacket offense.
He wasn't wide open. He had a step or a half a step, but he put it in the perfect spot, and they're going to mark 15 yards more against Noxubee. I didn't see the call. Was it?
I also did not see the call.
Well, we were gonna have the Germantown Northwest rank in, but they just ran a play, so we're gonna stay here at Starkville, Noxubee County. Just a disclaimer for y'all watching. Got a lot of feeds freezing out there tonight, so we're doing our best to bring you as many games as possible. But we can only do what the technology is gonna let us allow, and the feeds and the internet are gonna let us allow. So bear with us. We appreciate you watching Mississippi Scoreboard Friday Night Live, presented by Performance Therapy. We're bouncing all over the state as much as we can here on this August evening, this MHSAA regular season start, and then week 3 in the MAIS. So we got Starkville here 5 minutes to go, up 21-12, and looking to add on to their 9-point lead.
Might actually have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
All right, a handoff up the middle to Stevenson. Did he keep his feet? No, he was tripped up, but it looked like he almost kept his feet as he put his hand down. It looked like the knee went down at the 20. So 2 yards on the first down handoff to start, second down handoff to Stevenson. Going to bring up third down. Third and 8 now. Ball's at the 20. Got to get it to the 12 for the first down. You're going to have a running back on either side of Petty and 3 wide receivers here. Noxubee County looks like they got 4. They come and bring it with a backer. They're going to throw it out to the left side. Going to go through the hands of Turnipseed and bring up 4th down. With our PAT kicks, I don't think you're going to kick from here because that's going to be a 37-yarder. So I think you leave your offense here, and they will. 4th and 8, balls on the Noxubee 20. So we're going to go for it here.
And I like the call on the last play. Safeties or cornerbacks, are playing with a little bit of a cushion, allowing your receivers to maybe make some breaks. So let's see if they continue to force these receivers. Now they're pressing up. So we'll see what happens here. 1
deep safety in the middle. Petty looking to the right, throws to that corner. I think Burnside caught it. Did he get a foot in? And he did. Threw it to the front pylon. Burnside comes down with it, gets the toe tap for the score, making it 27-12. PAT will follow. What a nice passing catch. That's the dynamic duo that Starkville's got in Petty to Burnside. What a nice thing to have. Yeah, I don't know that there's a better duo in the state.
And there's just nothing Noxubee can do on that one. Petty.
Y'all, Trey Petty, I'm telling you, man, book it. 7A, Mr. Football. I'm calling it right now. That throw is awesome. All right, we're going to go Jackson Prep in ACCS for the first time. Jackson Prep up 10-6, 5:36 to go in the third, and the Patriots have the ball.
Has his man on and draw.
And had 2 guys in the end zone, too, that were open. And Parker checked to cross. That's another failed attempt on 4th down.
So 0 for 6 on 3rd, 2 for 6 on 4th. That's that's the definition of inefficient.
First down. Defense keeping us in this game, keeping the lead. Now you need a big stop here, and they came with it last time up. Where are they going to spot that football, John Marcus?
About the 13-yard line.
Okay.
All right, while we got a little break in the action, let's take a moment and hear from our sponsor, Performance Therapy.
Hello, my name is Brooks Fort Mary. I'm the director at Performance Therapy in Clinton. We're a clinic in town that offers physical, occupational, and speech therapy for adults and pediatrics, which helps kind of set us apart a little bit in this community. On the physical therapy side, we're able to treat orthopedic injuries, knee replacements, rotator cuff surgeries, anything like that. But also we offer pelvic floor physical therapy for those people that need that, and pediatrics. And our occupational side and speech side also treat adult and pediatric patients. Because we offer all three disciplines, we're able to try to give a wide approach and really see anything that's needed in this community. Our clinic's really willing to go the extra mile and help patients however is needed. If you have a game, we want to go and support you and see how we can serve you in that way. If it's at your daycare, we're willing to go visit that and see how your kids need accommodations or treatment with that. So we're willing to do whatever's needed and be there every step of the way for you in your recovery. If you're in Clinton, you can reach out to us specifically, but if you're at any of our other locations, feel free to visit our website, performancetherapyms.com. We are Performance Therapy, hands-on treatment, comprehensive care, proven results.
And 98 yards later, we're a point away from this
All right,
being
so Northwest
a tied
Rankin gets a
football
big
game.
touchdown against Germantown to make it 14-13.
Such a great
We will hang out and
first
try and
half.
catch this extra point. 98
Nothing
yards.
really to hang your head on.
They
That
just got
one
that. They just started
is
their
one that
possession.
if they
when we were
lose
coming
this
out of that
ball game,
commercial.
they will look back
So
on.
Northwest Rankin trying to even this game.
Backbreaker here in the middle of the first half.
Meanwhile, we've got Brandon and Picayune in halftime. Madison Central to feed. We are having problems with it. We will get that up as soon as we can. Ocean Springs up 10-7. Or Madison Central is up 10-7 on that one. The extra point is good here. So Germantown and Northwest Rankin all tied up at 14. So let's go back to Starkville now with Noxubee County got the ball with 4 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Give him 5 yards on first down. It'll be second down. Second and 5 now. So a nice play by Wicks as he got covered up in that line, and I just lost him, and then he broke through. And got to be tough for them. If I can't see him here, they surely have a hard time seeing him down there, I would guess.
And a lot of it comes from the pressure that they have to contain Taylor. You see a lot of the linemen having to set the edge so Taylor can't get outside, which allows those holes to get open in the middle.
All right, there's the snap. Going to give it to Wicks again up the middle. He's going to get, I think they'll give him 1 to the 47. So
Another helmet gone here for Noxubee. Someone's going to have to come out again.
That's 55 again. He's the second time his helmet's come off. They might need to get him a new chin strap or something. It's not seeming to fit quite properly. So 3:16 to go. So Starkville's got 2 timeouts. Clock is running. If you get a stop here, I don't know, you may think about using one of those to conserve as much time as possible. Noxubee comes out 4 wide receivers. They'll keep that running back in the backfield with Taylor. They'll send the running back out to the left. Taylor looking to the left, throws the slant, and it's going to be incomplete. It wasn't really open. He looked like he got him in a hurry there, it looked like to me. Not what you see out of Camario Taylor too much. He looked like he got in a hurry and kind of forced that throw a little bit. And brings up 4th down and 4. And looks like they're going to run the punt team out.
All right, let's hop over now to Adams County Christian and Jackson Prep. 10-6 is the count. Prep leading this game in the third quarter. ACCS with the football.
2. Maybe less than 2.
And they took a timeout. They tried to go a hard count, and then took a timeout.
All right, we'll take it with them. 4:37 to go in the third. 10-6 Prep. Back in a moment.
Noxubee County. All right, I feel like they've all had their timeouts. They've used them all at Jackson Prep and ACCS. So we're going to hang out in Noxubee County and Starkville for a minute. And then we're going to keep an eye on Madison Central and Ocean Springs. Madison Central has the ball. They're up 10-7 with 3:20 and some change. All right, so Noxubee County is kicking this one away. Nothing going to happen there. Let's go to Germantown and Northwest Rankin as Germantown backed up against its own end zone in a tie game in the second quarter.
The snap, fire it behind the defense.
God, these feeds are just
and it's deflected. He had a receiver behind the defense in Jenkins, and somebody got a paw on it. Looked like Michael Smith just nudged it away. It would have been a big first down for the Mavs.
It was Smith, and he used every bit of that 6 feet, 180 pound. They list him as an athlete, and he used all of that skill and height and length to knock that football away. That was a really good throw.
Third down and a long way to go. Third down and 20 plus. Man in motion, fake it to him. Hood throws it out to him out in the flats. Pass is caught, flag comes down, runs through a would-be tackler, collides with a couple more Cougars, spin.
Ball. Down 10-7, less than 3 minutes to go. Let's see what the Greyhounds can do now in crunch time here in the fourth quarter.
Central 10, Ocean Springs 7. Ocean Springs, a gift wrap turnover. Now has the ball, 2nd down and 7 from just shy of the 11. Berglund sends a receiver to the far side, one to the near, shotgun formation, one back in the backfield. 5-man defensive front from the Jags. Berglund drops back, throws over the near side. Scott Will Smith Jr. at the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown for the Greyhounds.
Will Smith out of the backfield on a wheel route, wide open.
All right, so touchdown, Ocean Springs. Ocean Springs with quarterback William Berglund. Just 23 total pass attempts last year. Remember, he was playing behind Bray Hubbard. He's a senior, but a big throw there has given his team a 13-10 lead with a PAT coming. Now let's go over to Jackson Prep and ACCS. They are in the third quarter there.
First down at the
and they just
25
converted,
yard.
ACCS did, a 4th and 2 inside their own 30. So this game has just been a slobber knocker. It's 10-6. Let's check in down there.
Slow this game down. Carter back to throw. Pressure coming. Throws, and it's caught in front of Micah Stallworth.
First time they've shown an empty look right there. No backs in the backfield, 5 wide. And that's really the first time that he's made a good throw in the pocket. Very good catch here on the sideline.
As Tristan Burns on the reception.
Okay, over to Starkville. Starkville getting a score really quick to make it 34-12 there in the second quarter against Noxubee County. This one's starting to get out of hand. The defending, well, I guess there's no defending 7A champ, but the defending highest classification champ in Mississippi high school football is having a good night to start the 2023 campaign as a 7A team. It is 34-12 with a PAT coming.
Just took him a little while to get going, it seems. So Gallegos in kicking position. The snap's good. Holds down. It's good. Kicks up. Make it 35. 35-12 with 1:23 to go in the first half. Starkville leads this Noxubee team with 35 unanswered points now. We're going to take a quick break. We'll take 30 seconds. You're listening.
All right, back to Prep and ACCS. Got a
Pressure
3rd and 1.
coming.
And ACCS
Down
is
he
throwing,
goes.
and that is not going to work as the pass hit the ground, so it's going to be 4th down. We'll hang out and see what they're going to do here in this, like I mentioned, just a defensive battle tonight.
On him right there. Andy was complaining. He thought he had him down in the backfield. He thought the knee went down before he released the football.
Run that back, Bobby. Let's see if he did.
It's a bang play, but that's 3rd down.
Aren't you going to see Andy come from the left side of your picture?
Yeah, he got it off.
He got it off, yeah.
Heck of an athletic play by that guy right there.
They're going to go for it on 4th and 1. 4th and 1 at their own 34. Carter rolls, throws.
Got it.
And he got it. First down. Tell you, this young man's doing a good job tonight. Coleman Carter. Tristan Burns with his 2nd reception in a row.
Game to the 47-yard line. First down.
Yeah,
it is.
Carter throws the ball better on the run. It's what an athletic quarterback does. He's comfortable running the ball. He's comfortable out in space, and that's what he does. He's more comfortable than that than just sitting in the pocket. So plays like that, you're really just asking him, drop back, let's be an athlete, let's find the open receiver.
That time, Tristan Burns got behind Micah Stallworth.
Sideline, and the pass off the hands of the intended wide receiver, incomplete. He was looking for Deshaun Dillon coming back to the football, but he couldn't haul it in.
ACCS.
And two Mavericks came late, running
queue 'em
after
up. We're
that
gonna see what we
quarterback
can
as
do.
he
We just
made
might
it
just
toward
start
the Cougar
bouncing without me
sideline.
saying anything.
What do you
Just
think,
go back
Will?
and
The
forth.
Patriots are arguing, but I don't know.
No, that was pass interference. Yeah, that was the right call. Never looked back, made contact before the ball got there.
Pass intended out there for number 9, Jordan Berry.
Yeah, that was called on Matthew Lassiter.
Yeah.
It's incomplete, but it is pass interference on the play.
And when you know you're bringing that kind of pressure, we brought the house on
Sherman. Retrieves the snap. Mavericks come in. Might have gotten a paw on it. End over end. Very low hanger. It will roll down the field and land at the 11-yard line. Here comes an extremely late flag.
The referee did make the tipped. The ball was
one of you, and he's not going to be able to make that play.
Correct. Well, MRA is beating Oak Forest 49-7. We'll have them later on in the season. Carter being chased, calls his number, and goes out of bounds. He was being chased by Thomas Cross
Number 3, Colton
and
Carter,
Will McMaster.
the quarterback keeper.
What did he pick up, about 3?
Around the left side.
Picked up about 2, but again, a smart play by Carter. No negative yardage right there, and that's really what you want. No negative yardage, second down, manageable here for the offense. We've got to make sure that's what we need. We need a negative play here.
Yes.
They just keep chipping away. We get a penalty. We need to make sure we get a negative play and get them in a bad play calling situation. Third and long.
2:43 to go in the third. Man in motion left. And Reeves came across.
Left tackle jumped off
Yeah,
sides.
I think he did too. Turner Reeves came across and hit him, but he had already pulled up.
Flag on the play.
Got flags all over the place.
False start on the Rebels.
Second and about 13 now.
Well, we didn't create the long yardage that I was just talking about, but we've got it. So now we need to take advantage of it.
They have 24 yards of penalties now.
So they're up to 24 yards of penalties, are the Rebels.
Yeah, turnover right here. That would be big.
A turnover would be huge right here. We've been close tonight. Man in motion left. Carter rolling, calling his own number. Got to the outside and is rolled out after a pickup of 5. I'm really impressed with his speed after he turns the corner.
Ocean Springs has the ball. It's 14-10. It's 2nd and 9. Ocean Springs trying to get a first down and put the icing on the cake for a victory, but still some time left. They got some yards to go. Not sure the timeout situation there, though. Well, there's one. All right, go back to prep.
Depending on what they get here.
Boy, they're milking that clock.
Well, that clock should have stopped.
It did.
It did.
The clock stopped. He ran out of bounds.
2:33 to play in the third. Here comes prep. They're going to toss it over, and that's incomplete. You know what, Will? They are not, their offensive line here in the second half is not doing as good a job of picking up our defensive guys coming across as they did in the first half.
Yeah, we're getting pressure. And that's why that play call for them right there, I'm not sure I like it because it keeps Carter in the pocket. And he's not comfortable doing that because we are going to get pressure. And while he's just sitting back there, he's a sitting duck and trying to make throws like that. Even though it's a quick throw, he's not comfortable, as you can see right there, by short hopping that throw.
Well, I believe that, they're lining up to punt.
Line, or the 14-yard line. 1:23 left to go in the ball game. High snap. Ball bounces. He's going to be hit and dropped all the way back at the 3-yard line.
Timeout, Madison Central, touch mark timeout.
Berglund had a high snap and was not able to come up with it. That might have been Robert Smith. I mean, that might have been Will Smith Jr. I don't know why I've started calling him Robert Smith, but that's Will Smith Jr.
But 4-yard line is where the line of scrimmage will be. Definite punting situation for Ocean Springs as they're facing a 4th and 15.
He'll be thrown backwards. Loss of 2 on the play. It'll set up 3rd and long. Gibson on the stop for the Cougs.
They tried to cut him there, and he just jumped over the top of it. Looks like Northwest Rankin is taking their final timeout of the half.
And we'll keep it right here. Trent will have coach at the half.
10 your score. Ocean Springs on top, but
Glenn Singleton back for Madison Central and deep receiving.
Actually, William Berglund is the one that's going to be taking this snap all the way back at the baseline of the end zone for the punt. He's going to roll around a while. Yeah, it looks like that's what he's going to do. He's going to take a safety. Yep. Took the safety on purpose. Yeah, so it's 14-12. It is a safety, and that was a good call. So now the free kick.
So that stops. We wanted to kind of go hurry right there.
Yeah. Gideon in the I formation behind Parker Puckett. They'll go to Gideon again. Not much there this time. As he loses a couple.
I think maybe if Gideon would have followed that pull block by Peyton Puckett coming across the formation, we might have had something right there. May not have been how the play was designed, but it certainly looked like that from here.
And 11.
So 2nd down and 11 for the Patriots at their own 21. Twin receivers to the right. This is Parker, and he is manhandled at the 25-yard line. Was that a busted play or design play?
Well, I mean, it was a design. I think it was a design keep for Parker, but again, we're getting too many missed assignments. I mean, let me tell you what wasn't planned. It wasn't planned to let that guy go completely and
nail
beat the running back to the ball.
Yeah. So the Patriots 0 for 7 on 3rd down, have a 3rd down.
I know I've remarked about, as we go back to Madison Central and Ocean Springs, about the defense in that prep ACCS game. It's really truly impressive about the ACCS defense tonight, as they lost their 3 leading tacklers to graduation last year. However, they're led by 2 behemoths on the defensive line. Number 56 junior defensive tackle Alex Pollard, he's 6'2", 275. And then senior defensive tackle Josh Davis, he's number 55. He weighs 300 pounds, checking in at 6'2". So they've got some beef up front on that Rebels front line on defense. So here is the kickoff for Ocean Springs. Madison Central just needs a field goal now to win this game with a minute to go.
Up the field to the 40. He's got some room down to the 45-yard line with 58 seconds left to go here in the Southern Ag Credit 4th quarter.
So Madison.
All right, over to Starkville, Noxubee County really quick. Starkville trying to score before the first half horn blows. It is 35-12, and we are just We still have 8 seconds left to go in the second quarter. So Madison Central, Ocean Springs, we're about to get back there. We'll see who is going to get a play first. And it looks like it is going to be, oh man, this is where I get the anxiety. Madison Central. Let's go to Madison Central.
Receivers to the far side, one to the near. Picarella, play action. Looks to throw. It's going to be caught around the 40-yard line. Down to the 37-yard line. 1st and 10 for Madison Central. A bank plus first down.
Madison Central timeout on the field. Official timeout.
All right, Starkville, Noxubee County. The quarterback's on the other side of the field. It's Trey Petty. Is he going to get in? Yeah, you better believe it. It's getting out of hand in Starkville. Another touchdown makes it 41-12 as the first half comes to a close. Starkville is not trying to assume anything, but they look like they're well on their way to a victory in week 1 of the new season. Let's go back to Madison Central and Ocean Springs. Madison Central just got that big completion. Let's see what they can do now.
8-yard line for a bank plus first down has the Jags in business.
About a 17-yard completion.
Clock is rolling, 44 seconds and counting. Picarella still hasn't snapped the ball yet. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. Here's the snap. Drops back. Picarella under pressure. Incomplete. Ball is was shorthanded to Singleton around the 41-yard line. Clock stops with 33 seconds.
All right, Brandon and Picayune are back in action. 9:47 to go in the third quarter. We just had a turnover in this game. Hoping Brandon's going to show the replay. If not, we'll jump back to Madison Central, who is trying to get a drive together to kick a game-winning field goal. All right, let's go back to Madison Central. Doesn't look like we're going to get our replay. All right, Madison Central down 14-12.
From the Greyhound 38-yard line. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Picarella, play action. Under pressure. Throws it up. It's going to be caught down at the 10-yard line. Number 11 goes up and makes the catch. Ryan Delaney with 24 seconds left. And it looks like Madison Central is going to line up for a field goal here. There's 2 timeouts from Ocean Springs. They're going to mark it right at the 16-yard line. This will be a 26-yard field goal, and Ocean Springs is taking a Trustmark timeout.
Madison Central with no timeouts left. They couldn't risk running a play, Bob.
They had to run out there because 15 seconds left.
And so I saw the confusion on the field. I wonder what was happening.
All right, while we're in timeout, we'll go to Brandon and Picayune, waiting on that, what we're assuming is going to be a game-winning field goal attempt. But for now, Brandon and Picayune, we'll be right back to Madison Central and Ocean Springs. Mississippi Scoreboard Friday Night Live, presented by Performance Therapy.
He's hit and going to be sacked. Second sack, as now a lot of official reaching for the flag. Chris, is he going to give a flag?
No, and there was not only a face mask, but then on a late hit, he had his hand on the flag the entire time and never threw.
Replacement still going to be at the 16-yard line. So it'll be a 26-yard field goal with 15 seconds left to go in the ball game. Ball's on the far hash. Waits the snap. Good snap. Good placement. Kick is up.
Timeout.
There was a timeout on the field. Hold on a second.
Offsides against, there's a penalty on the play, offsides against Ocean Springs.
Yep. That was a Kincaid's Fine Clothing. And can they decline the penalty?
I don't, depending on when a whistle blew.
I don't think they can decline the penalty, and there was no signal from underneath the goalpost whether it was good or not. So they're going to move it up 5 yards, and they're going to mark it right at the 12-yard line, it looks like. That's where the placement will be. So it'll be a 22-yard attempt.
Timeout again on the field. Let's see what's going on now. So discussions with across the way.
12 seconds left to go in the ball game here in the Southern Ag Credit fourth quarter. Ocean Springs 14, Madison Central 12. Ocean Springs took a intentional safety to make it 14-12 with the free kick.
Yeah,
and Madison Central drove the ball all the way down now, looking to take a 22-yard field goal to the house and try to salvage this ball game. Richardson set to take a 22-yard field goal.
Plenty of time on the play clock.
Waiting the snap. Good placement. Kick is up, and it is no good. Off the goal post.
Timeout on the field.
Was there a timeout before the kick?
I don't know. Either a penalty or something.
There's a personal foul roughing the kicker against Ocean Springs. A Kincaid's fine clothing penalty flag.
I knew something was up. I couldn't see a penalty flag.
Wow.
Jack Richardson made the first one.
10 seconds left in the Southern Ag Credit fourth quarter.
He donked the next one off the upright, so he'll get a third opportunity.
I don't know how much closer you want to get from that far hash, but you definitely want the redo.
Both fan bases have had the opportunity to cheer, but for naught.
Shane Gillum is the holder. He'll set up right at the 10-yard line, so this will be a 20-yard kick with 10 seconds left to go in the Southern Ag Credit fourth quarter. Good snap, good placement. It's up, and it's good. Madison Central 15, Ocean Springs 14 with 4 seconds left in the ball game.
How about the drama in week one of Mississippi Scoreboard Friday Night Live presented by Performance Therapy? Madison Central up 15-14. If you're Ocean Springs and head coach Jake Bramlett, you're probably sick to your stomach right now. That was an insane sequence to end the game.
From
Madison
Matthew
Central, Ben
Lassiter
Piccarella
right
getting two huge pass plays to get
Thought
down
we got
the
a
field.
Patriot down.
They got the lead. We'll check back in on them in just a second. Meanwhile, we got Adams County Christian.
He went down
and
quick, didn't he?
Jackson Prep playing right now. Prep got another touchdown while that Madison Central craziness was going on. It's 17-6 with 10:46 to go in the fourth quarter, but we have a player down on the field. So let's hop over to Brandon and Picayune, still tied at 7 in Rankin County. Let's hang out there before we get back to Madison Central and Ocean Springs to catch the end of that.
And their passing game really is a lot of the back out of the backfield and the tight end just slipping in the flats. And that time I think that's in the playbook. You know, they just went to page 2 in the playbook. So, again, they're going to pick up a first down in their passing game.
B.J. Dupree catches an 8-yard pass. That's good for the 9th first down of the night for Picayune. 35-10 Pearl over Neshoba. It's like they're about to win that ball game. Pearl go to 1-0 for the season. First down, and still got a false start there on Picayune, it looks like.
Definitely need as many breaks for defense as we can get.
You know, in the penalty category, I believe unofficially Picayune with 4 penalties, Brandon with 2, and that is unofficial.
Dupree listed at 6'1", 185. One of the newest guys to that offense, but they're really high on him, his size.
Final, Madison Central 15, Ocean Springs 14. The Jaguars with an incredible drive to win the game and an incredible sequence to get the game-winning field goal. So 15-14, Madison Central is 1-0 on the year. Ocean Springs 0-1. Ocean Springs next matchup is going to be at home against Scotlandville out of Baton Rouge. Meanwhile, Madison Central is going to host Brandon in one of the storied rivalries here in the Jackson metro area. Speaking of Brandon, let's go back over there where they're taking on Picayune. It is 7-7. Jake Wimberly's, one of his favorite phrases is 3 yards in a cloud of dust. That's basically what this game has been. It has just been defense and just a lot of work at the line of scrimmage. So let's go back there, 7-7.
Second down at 16 now. Robertson under center. Going to give it to the first man through. And a pickup of about 3 on the play. That's going to be Conti.
We got a lot of guys that we can kind of sub in and out on the defensive line. Reese Quinn, been working really hard this summer, but Quinn was able to get in there and kind of cause a disruption in the play. Spann is going to check out. Pickering is going to check back in the ball game on the defensive line. Head Spann. It looks like Loveday Poindexter is at the heart of the defense on the defensive line.
Third down and long now. Got to get out to the Brandon 40-yard line. Robertson under center. Play action. Rolls. Throws. Got a man wide open. Down to the 40 and down to the 35-yard line. That is going to be
great young man, too. He's a fine young man. Came from Brandon. Very smart. We're glad to have him.
Here's Cole Gideon. I think he got enough for the first down.
And they run right behind him right there, so that's good. Good first down. And this is probably what we're going to do the rest of this game is just pound the football and try to wear them down. Their heads are hanging just a little bit now. The momentum's on our side. So let's not put the ball in the air a whole lot, take a chance of letting them make a play or us make a mistake. Let's just keep the ball on the ground and grind it out and run this clock out.
Well, it's our turn to work on the clock now. Everybody in tight except for McRaney. Good hard run, trying to get to the outside, got a nice block, and is going to be inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah, I love this bunch formation that we're running here, Russ. We're running to the bunch formation, which gives us just 3 more blockers. It's really tight. Just gives us 3 more blockers right there on the edge.
Just short of the first down. So second and about a foot.
It's Cole Gideon on the carry.
Gain to the 5-yard line.
Did they give him the first down?
Oh, now they did, yes.
Hand it off inside.
Touchdown, Lake.
Lake Womack trying to get to the goal line.
He got in.
He got in.
Touchdown.
They haven't signaled it yet. There it is. Touchdown, Lake Womack.
That's about the least emphatic touchdown signal I've ever seen.
All right, so Jackson Prep's got another touchdown. Looks like they're starting to pull away finally against Adams County Christian. We're going to take a timeout real quick. Let's hear from Performance Therapy, sponsoring Mississippi Scoreboard Friday Night Live.
Hello, my name is Brooks Fort Mary. I'm the director at Performance Therapy in Clinton. We're a clinic in town that offers physical, occupational, and speech therapy for adults and pediatrics, which helps kind of set us apart a little bit in this community. On the physical therapy side, we're able to treat orthopedic injuries, knee replacements, rotator cuff surgeries, anything like that. But also we offer pelvic floor physical therapy for those people that need that, and pediatrics. And our occupational side and speech side also treat adult and pediatric patients. Because we offer all 3 disciplines, we're able to try to give a wide approach and really see anything that's needed in this community. Our clinic's really willing to go the extra mile and help patients however is needed. If you have a game, we want to go and support you and see how we can serve you in that way. If it's at your daycare, we're willing to go visit that and see how your kids need accommodations or treatment with that. So we're willing to do whatever's needed and be there every step of the way for you in your recovery. If you're in Clinton, you can reach out to us specifically, but if you're at any of our other locations, feel free to visit our website, performancetherapyms.com. We are Performance Therapy, hands-on treatment, comprehensive care, proven results.
All right, thanks again to Performance Therapy, 14 locations across the state. Comprehensive care, hands-on treatment, proven results. So we got a little break in the action. Let's go to Jackson Prep and ACCS really quick. Jackson Prep about to kick that extra point. They're up 23-6. We've got some timeouts across the board. We're in halftime at Germantown and Northwest Rankin, working on getting the Gulfport and Gaucher feed pulled up. Hopefully we can get that to work. We had Oxford beat Lafayette tonight, 42-7. Just had some technical difficulties this night as we can come up. They got a commercial right there. So we're waiting for Brandon and Picayune to come out of a timeout. It's been an exciting start so far. We got Ocean Springs falling to Madison Central. You just saw that finish there, 15-14. Germantown and Northwest Rankin are tied at 14 at halftime. They should be getting out on the field soon. I don't see any bands or anything out there, so that should be starting soon. But we got Brandon back now, so let's go back to Brandon and Picayune.
Their 12th first down.
Oh, Jaden Callender had him wrapped up for a loss. Injured Bulldog on the play. That appears to be Crane shaking up on the play. Hopefully he's not seriously injured. But, man, Callender had him wrapped up from behind, and Davis spun out of that tackle.
So, four-play drive, 27 yards, a minute and 13 off the clock.
Eli Adams. Good grief. Man.
Adams kick goes out of the end zone.
He was.
Touchback,
All right, on a programming note, if you want to watch this one again tomorrow morning, you can go to the website, of course, jacksonprep.live, and at 10 o'clock, Bobby will have it loaded up, and you can watch this game at 10 a.m. tomorrow.
Defense, again, have kind of made some stops here and there, bend but not break, and we'll see what first down sitting at the Brandon 13-yard line. We'll see what this defense can do, but it's been kind of 2 steps forward. Well, actually 1 step forward, 2 steps back for a defense.
So now we got a first down and 10. Ball sits around the 13-yard line. Toss sweep near side. Here goes Davis. Davis going to weave his way forward inside the 10. And that is going to be a pickup of 5. It'll be second down.
Yeah, Toro, Jacob Toro, outside linebacker again. They're getting to the inside, in the backfield. Just got to try to get a hand and make the tackle. You got to hold them up for the rest of the defense.
Ball at the 8-yard line. Clock down to 2:30 here in the third quarter. 7-7 ball game. Picayune trying to regain the lead here. An old-fashioned slugfest here. Davis, right side. Davis at the end zone, and he is in for the touchdown. 8-yard run by Chris Davis. Picayune regains the lead on an 8-yard run.
Yep, pretty simple. Turn around handoff, lead back. Got a lead backer in front of you between the guard and the tackle. Split the line, get a hat on the linebacker.
With face mask, too.
Lassiter going to get called for the face mask.
I believe that was Stallworth. That
was it Stallworth that got him?
that grabbed him. Yep. Stallworth took the fake on the pitch. Guy got behind him. Good play call by Adams. Need to be more disciplined. I mean, the only thing that can get them back in this game, Russ, right now is big play.
Yeah.
So, as the secondary in the back half of this defense, your mentality right now needs to be keep everything in front, right? If I'm a defensive back and they pitch that ball to the running back, I don't care.
Right.
I don't care. Let somebody else make the play. And if he gets back into the secondary, then I'll make the tackle. But otherwise, keep everything in front of you. That's the only thing that can get them back in the game.
Well, they got the ball moved off of the penalty to their prep 40, and they run the football straight up the gut, and the Patriots say no. No way. Getting off the pile last, which means he was there first, was Laird Johnson. Also, Thomas Goffin on the tackle.
Second down and 7.
And looked like Luke Smith also got in there. We got a very active linebacking core this year, and a lot of them.
Yeah, Ken Core in there, an inside linebacker right now.
Ken had a really solid second half last week. Play action. Carter goes back about 9 yards, being chased. Hey, got him!
Laird Johnson. Great play by Laird. Laird is an incredibly athletic linebacker, especially for his size. He's going to figure things out, and he's going to be a really, really good player.
Well, he just rolled off of his man.
Yep. Yeah, wasn't the great angle, but again, his athleticism allows him to make up for small mistakes like that and make big plays. Great job by Laird.
So it makes it 3rd and 26 for the Rebels. Big loss on the play. I think they broke the huddle with too many plays.
Quincy in motion, play action. Barnes drops, rush coming, going to swing it out to Quincy. That's going to be incomplete, just throws it away. Barnes 7 of 12 for 96 yards. That's actually his first attempt of the second half, and we're at the 2:05 mark.
Interesting play there. So I think that was Nickelberry from the H-back position. Ran the seam route. Blunt ran down the seam and then not bounced outside, and none of those guys, either one of those guys was open.
Tunnel screen, Quincy, and he's going to pick up maybe a yard on the play. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, they're just staying home underneath. Covering downfield, staying home underneath, and that's what you want out of your defense.
3rd down and 9 at the 35-yard line. Barnes drops to throw. Going to throw. That ball is incomplete as he was looking for Quincy on the out route. It'll be 4th down. We'll see what they do here. I really think they probably ought to punt this football here. You don't want to give Picayune on the ball on this side of the field, but Sam Williams, the Riverboat Gambler here at Brandon, he is not afraid to go for it on 4th down. They're going to leave their offense out on the field. 4th down at the 35. Got to get up to the 44-yard line. 21 to snap here. Barnes looks at the defense, trying to get them off sides. Now here comes the football. Rush coming, throws it. That ball's high and going to be incomplete. Turnover on downs again.
Yeah, and maybe on this play, I think Landon May should have, looked. Both guys well covered on the left side. McQueen open on him in the right.
Fantastic team of teachers and administrators over there, and their heart is in the right place. They love those kids, and they're doing a fantastic job. And, yeah, those kids at that pep rally was a sight to see.
3rd down and long. Back to throw. Pressure coming. Andy Brown. And that one is just flung up there and almost caught. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4 defenders. And he almost caught that ball.
He sure did. He got behind the defense. Don't know how he can get behind the defense on 3rd and forever when you're up 24-6, but it happened. We've got to keep these guys in front of us.
And Carter took a belt from Andy Brown.
Yeah, we had good pressure on the quarterback.
Here comes Andy off the left side. Boom.
4th down and long for the Rebels.
He threw that off the back of his foot.
Yeah.
He threw it a country mile. Well, this time I think they will punt instead of go for it here. So Micah Stallworth will be back at the prep 30. Now you want to make a
2nd down and 2. They're going to give the football right to the fullback. He's going to dash his way down inside the 15 to the 13-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a 1st down for Conti.
Just the inside handoff, and Conti doing a good job breaking tackles, got beyond the line of scrimmage and linebacker and almost got to the 2nd level. Just an inside good run by Conti.
13 first downs for Picayune as now they are trying to go up 2 scores here on the road here at Brandon and really make this a difficult situation for Brandon. Toss sweep Davis going to be hit and dropped at the 10, a pickup of about 4 on the play.
Calendar on the tackle. Like Gage Jakes also an assist on the tackle. That's good aggressive tackle by Calendar.
It's like we got a timeout, water timeout on the field. Nope, they're just going to walk it all the way down and let the 3rd quarter expire. And Picayune is on top 14-7, and they are in business. 3rd quarter action tonight.
As far as team, it's going to be wide open. It's anybody's championship to win.
Well, a good hard run by Cole Gideon. And he picks up 9. It'll be 2nd down and 1 from the Patriot 39.
Gideon on the carry. Gain of about 9. 2nd down and 1 for the Patriots.
2nd down and 1 from the 39 for Jackson Prep. Wishbone offense. And this is Lake. 1st down carry. Steps out of bounds, stops the clock. He buries his head
on the carry.
Right here. He administers the hit. That's what I like about him.
1st down, Patriots.
So the wishbone again. 1st and 10. And this is Cole Gideon. You're not catching him. Well, you may, and they do at the 16. Do you see a flag? I see a flag.
Yeah, this is coming back. We had a receiver out here wide that was trying to get up on the line of scrimmage, and as he was doing that, they snapped the ball.
There is a flag on the play.
He was still moving.
There's Carson Powell.
Oh, there's no doubt.
In a matter of a couple of possessions. So if we can get a defensive stop here, of course, got to get the ball back, because now the clock and the time on the clock kind of plays a factor. But defensive, you can stand up and force them into a field goal situation. But again, offensive staff, offensive players got to look at each other and say, hey, we've got to get something going.
Oh, and I'm not gloom and gloom. Absolutely. We've seen Brandon, hit the gas here. Several times. A couple plays here. 3rd down and 5. I got to get started right here though. Big play coming up. 3rd down and 5. Davis straight ahead, and Davis is going to be about a yard short of the 1st down.
Yeah, good to see Jonathan Crane check back in the ball game. Defensive line stacked it up then. Reese Quinn, Poindexter, Alex Wilson, those guys stacked it up there. Get a stop to bring up 4th down.
32 carries for 173 yards for Davis. 4th down and 2, picking him now with 13 first downs. 4th down and we'll call it 3. Receiver near side, ball at the 5-yard line. Bulldogs have stopped him twice. 2 of 3 is Picayune on 3rd down. Davis, stretch, Davis, touchdown.
Yep, just second effort. I got him right at the line of scrimmage. He bounced it out. Could not make the stop and the tackle. I think Norwood had a chance at it. Shivers bounced it back. And Davis Jen just kind of second effort.
I'm like you on that one. I would really like to see you run the football. Try a few different sets here and run the football a little bit just to see if you can establish something in the running game.
Mavericks looking for their first win against Northwest Rankin. This is the 5th meeting. They're 0-4. Hood, shotgun, 1st and 10. He wants to throw one over the middle, incomplete. Had a man in front of a defender, and it was Ashton Smith. He couldn't haul it in. Would have been a big first down and a big gain, but it goes off the hands, incomplete.
That was Elijah Whiting, number 10, who was just sitting back there at that safety position, just reading the quarterback's eyes, and he got in pretty good position there to knock that down, almost picked it off.
2nd and 10. Just underway, second half. Great crowd on hand here. Lakeland Drive, Flowood, Mississippi. Shotgun snap. There's the give to the running back, trying the right side, and they'll wrestle him down after a short gain. It was a give to Lawson Branson. It'll be 3rd and long.
And one of the things we didn't mention is the number 1 running back is out tonight. DJ Gainwell not able to play this evening, high ankle sprain last week in the Jamboree.
Gainwell, the most experienced back. And that injury last week puts him on the shelf, at least for this week. Here's a 3rd and 9. Crowd loud on the far side. Hood back to pass, short drop, heaves one over the middle. Stevenson makes the catch. He breaks the tackle and then fumbles the football, but he's back on top of it at the 38-yard line of Northwest Rankin. It'll be 1st and 10. What a catch by Stevenson. And pushing and shoving after the play. This place was awfully quiet, and then in the middle of the stage, a Cougar shoves a Maverick to the turf. That'll cost him some yardage.
Oh, and that was Dylan Everett, who was the wide receiver there, who we may give him a Hollywood award for that one, man. It was just a little touch to the chest, but he fell out about the 30-yard line and drew that flag.
We'll have to go give him the trophy here.
That was funny.
Nevertheless, a 1st down and 10 for Germantown, and that's the big play they've been waiting on from Trey Stevenson.
They needed that, and you hate that he dropped the football.
Would have scored.
He would have scored. He had the defensive back beat pretty bad, but fumbled the football, got on it, and then the extracurriculars after the play.
Should be 15 more. Ball marked currently at
Carter
the
wants
30.
to throw, has a man out there, shy of the 1st down. He didn't want to go out of bounds, that the Patriots took him out of bounds. So he had a what? A boxer hand?
It's called a boxer break on the far left metatarsal in your hand.
And he got it in the game.
Yeah, broke it in the game. Yeah. But they casted it up. He's able to play. He'll be in a cast for, I think, 2 weeks and then go to a soft cast.
3rd down and 5, obviously 2-down territory. Carter back to throw, pumps once, lets it go, has a man, and it's caught and dropped at the 20.
Got a flag on the play on that sideline as well. We'll see what the officials decide. That could be passing or.
Get the first down. Make that first down run down to the PKM, what appears to be the 42.5-yard line, about the 42-yard line, and not many first downs now. Got an injured Bulldog on the play.
That's going to be Hearn, guys. Jacob Hearn.
Got an injury timeout on the field. 9:47 going.
Man in motion. Low snap again. They'll hand it to Washington, trying to get off tackle right side. He'll pick up a couple up to the 30-yard line. Closed quickly did the Cougars. On the stop for the Cougars, Braylon Brown.
35, Carter. Back to throw. Off his back foot. Oh, I don't know. I think that's against them.
No, that's on us.
That's going to be against us.
Yeah.
Just didn't turn around.
Let's take a look at it.
Made contact before it got there.
H-back on the left side is Braden Quick. Now he's on the right side. From the gun, Hood. Calls for it. Fires it right side. Pass is off the hands of the intended wide receiver, Jenkins. He would have had a first down towards the sideline. He couldn't pull it in.
Well, that was a good throw. He threw that kind of back shoulder away from the defensive back, and you got to help your quarterback and make that catch. That would have been a first down.
Tyson there to upend Barnes on the tackle. Hadn't called his name a lot tonight, but again, he's there and he's making plays.
Here's 4th and 4. Hood fires slant route. Stevenson had it. He was open. It got in on the body. It hops off his pads. Incomplete. They hit him right in the 7.
I tell you, that's about as good a throw as you.
Oh, okay. All right, so here we got Brandon and Picayune. Picayune up 21-7. Brandon, oh, there goes that man. It's Nate Blunt. You can't bring him down. A 3-star recruit, a Louisiana Monroe commit, a huge touchdown for the Bulldogs. He ran for over 2,000 yards last year and 26 touchdowns. Brandon needed that one in the worst way. With 8.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, down 21-7. It is now 21-13. So the Bulldogs not done yet. Just keep giving that man the ball because he is hard to bring down. So we'll wait for this PAT for Brandon, and we got Germantown and Northwest Rankin about to come back from a penalty. We're also keeping an eye on Prep and ACCS. Right now we're waiting for the extra point. That may not be coming. Meanwhile, Northwest Rankin had a turnover on downs, or Germantown did, so Northwest Rankin's got the football back. And that one, then an incomplete pass. We're just going to wait for this extra point because it's a big extra point here. We'll decide if Brandon can't get a stop, if they're going to kick an extra point. They have to go for 2 if they end up scoring a touchdown on a final possession or something of the sort.
Field.
So it is, it's timeout there. Okay, good call. All right, back to Germantown, Northwest Rankin.
That one right into the turf.
Stops the clock, 9:42 third quarter. All knotted up at 14. Nobody scored here in the second half. 2 receivers right, 1 running back in the backfield with his quarterback. White takes the snap, wants to throw the screen, nothing there. Now he'll heave one down the field, one-on-one coverage, and the pass is somehow hauled in. He was also interfered with. Here comes the flag, and he'll let them know that it's a first down. Big catch by Ken Smith. In coverage was Dakota Harrelson. Great job by Smith to find that football, and he was draped over, interfered with heavily in that secondary.
It was, and again, that was that one-on-one coverage. Good job of beating the defensive back and the quarterback. Just slung it out there in that one-on-one coverage and got the penalty flag.
First down and 10 for the Cougs at the 40-yard line of Germantown. Calls for it out of the gun. Handoff Lewis working the left side, trying to get away from a couple of Mavericks at the line of scrimmage. Cannot do so. One of the Mavericks flying up was Harrelson. No gain on the play. Cougars waste no time getting on that football. They will exchange some players from the sideline. White will come up, give his offensive line some orders. He'll have trips to the right, one to the left. Here is the 2nd and 10 at the 40. Back to pass, White. He'll throw the screen. Pass is caught, Lewis. Lots of room down the sideline. He's got a block. 10, 5. He will score. 40 yards on the screen pass to Dylan Lewis. You could see it coming from a mile away. He drew him in and he threw it over the top of him. And a great run to the end zone by Dylan Lewis.
That's the first time we've seen that play from Northwest Rankin, and they set it up very well. And they just let the defensive linebackers come to the quarterback, and that was wide open. A good block by the wide receiver out on the left side to free him to get in the end zone.
40 yards later and 21 unanswered points later if he can sink this one. First lead of the ball game for the Cougars. Snap, hold, kick is true. 40-yard screen pass, and the Cougars lead the Mavericks for the first time tonight with 8:42 in the third quarter, 21-14. We'll step away for a 1-minute timeout.
All right, we're going to go back over to Prep and ACCS. Jackson Prep got a chance now to try and stop this game. ACCS not giving up. It's 4th and 10 for the Rebels.
4th down. We'll see if they can get it. Flags go down.
Oh, gosh, he blew that dead late, but he did blow it dead.
Didn't he?
It's got to be movement on the offensive line.
I think there was a substitution infraction.
Legal substitution on the Rebels.
And not going to get it as Picking Unit's going to be on top of it right at the 50-yard line. You know, there's a lot of analytics at play in high school football now, and we know, as far as kicking onside kicks, remember Kevin Kelly, the coach that never punted, Pulaski High School in Arkansas, went on to coach a little college football at Presbyterian. It wasn't much, but it wasn't long. Took that style to the Division III level, and he got railroaded out. But there are percentages. The onside kick's a little higher percentage play than you would think. Right now, though, Bulldogs really need to get a stop here.
Carter, a long time to throw. Now he does throw. And it is caught for the touchdown.
We had the coverage there. He threw a really good pass to throw it over our guys. We were standing at the goal line and just dropped one about 2 yards deep in the end zone. Great throw back on his heel, and he was kind of wrapped up. That was all arm strength from the quarterback.
Yeah, it sure was. I thought we were about to intercept it.
Barry made the catch. I've never seen stadium lights turn on and off like that on the touchdown. That's kind of a cool effect. They'll go for 2. Carter gonna run, gonna throw, gonna run. Caught it.
It's incomplete.
Yeah, he dropped
it. Incomplete. Yeah, we made a good play on that one. Made contact right as the ball got it to the receiver and knocked it loose. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
He caught it, and Chadwick Mask knocked it out. So another good defensive play by Chadwick.
So 24-12 with 1:25 to play.
A couple of cramps going on. We had talked about that earlier, and there's a Cougar down at the 43-yard line. And then I also saw Stevenson for the Mavericks coming off the side, looking like he was cramping up a little bit.
Pressure never got there on that last play. We watched the ceasefire replay.
I was trying to figure out if he was going to run for 25 or sling it down the field, and then he saw his receiver come open, and he made sure. Did you see him check to make sure he had not gone over the line of scrimmage?
He did.
That's a smart quarterback right there.
That is. And let me tell you, those are the kind of plays that are just, they put so much pressure on a defense. And in a hot night like tonight, I'm not shocked that was the play that everybody started hitting the ground.
That play was extended for a long, long time.
1st and 10 at the 46. Big play for Germantown. They need to capitalize. The bleeding needs to stop. Down 21-14 now. Shotgun, Hood.
I think you'll have some soccer games in between all that.
We do. We do.
There's a onside kick. I think the Patriots got a hold of it.
But I think it looked like AC touched it before it went 10 yards also.
Was not a bad onside kick. Got the nice turn on it.
Ball be marked on their own 45-yard line.
But the Patriots got it anyway.
First down, 10 yards to go.
So 1st and 10 for.
And he is going to be stacked up, a yard gain on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 3.
Pickering, good tackle there. Didn't get blown off the line of scrimmage, but he's going to team up with Loveday Poindexter to make that tackle.
55 yards on 11 carries. Check that, 12 carries for 55 yards for Conti tonight. Picayune's only thrown it 4 times tonight. They completed 2 for 23 yards. 3rd down and 3. Bulldogs would love to get a negative play here. You know Davis is likely going to get it on a toss sweep, either left or right. That seems very easy, but it's not so easy. Going to give it to Davis, left side. Davis is going to be hit, and he is going to be about a yard short. It'll be 4th down.
And this is an incredible play by the Brandon defense, and I'll tell you why. They ran that play right behind 2 tackles on the edge there, and we were still able to get over there and make the tackle. Good job by Alex Wilson, and I believe Hess Spann was also in that play. Good job by them to not to get knocked off and be able to get there and stand Smith up before he can get to the 1st down mark.
37 carries, 202 yards for Davis and 3 touchdowns. 4th down and 1 now. Robertson going to check with his coaches as we reach 5:35 in the ball game. Toss sweep Davis. Davis going to have the 1st down and a little more there down to the 20-yard line to pick up a 5 and a 1st down.
Taylor Stewart's going to make the tackle. Wilson's going to check back in. Robinson's going to check in at safety, and it looks like let's see who else is checking in the ball game, I believe. Braxton Wells going to check in and tackle. Hessman's actually going to check back in the ball game.
That's the end of the ball game.
So it looks like Jackson Prep
Patriots
and
win it
Adams County Christian.
24-12.
All right, so Jackson Prep and Adams County Christian are done, 24-12. Jackson Prep is the victor in that one. The Patriots move to 2-0 on the season, while ACCS falls to 2-1. Prep in their next game is going to be at home against Pilla Academy, while ACCS is going to Simpson Academy. So now we are going to go back to Brandon and Picayune. This game, along with Germantown and Northwest Rankin, the last 2 we've got going tonight on a late night. These games started at 8 because it's so stinking hot outside. So let's go back to Jake Wim.
Davis is going to be hemmed up and taken down. Good job by the Bulldogs. Get a stop there. Loss of 1 on the play. So that was a big play there for the Bulldogs. 39th carry for Davis. So 3rd down and 7. We'll call it a short 7. Ball sits at the 19-yard line. We approach 3:51 here. You got to key in on Davis, but watch Picayune maybe on a little, try to catch somebody out of the backfield and try to find somebody towards the end zone. Picayune are going to let this thing run all the way down, and looks like they're going to call a timeout here. Timeout on the field. That's officials timeout. 30-second timeout, water break. 3:30. Back in just a bit.
He had some blocking out in front of him there. He's able to reel that in. It's probably at least a 10-yard gain, but
he's
he
the
doesn't.
slasher. He's the scat back. He catches that. I'd hate to see his speed. 5'8", 180. He can get it. He'll check out. Dylan Lewis now back in. That will be Weekly in the backfield. 2nd and 10, 6:50 third quarter, 21-14 Cougars on top of the Mavs. Back to pass White. Fires it to the left side. Slant pass is caught. Big first down. And finally wrestled down across the 35-yard line. And it's once more Dylan. He's been their top target, and he'll move the sticks once more for the black and gold.
They list him at 6'3", and he's every bit of that and runs some really solid routes.
On top of the football quickly. White will throw it to the left side. Screen pass. Makes one man miss, trying to break the other one off of him. Cannot do it. Slung out of bounds is the receiver on the reception. It's Thortis. Gibbs finally chunks him out of bounds. No gain on the play.
Looks like there's an injury. Can't pick up a number yet, but one of the Mavericks down. It's 24, Brandon Harris. Looks like he may have twisted an ankle, but he's coming off the field under his own power with a little limp.
Tell you, White, when he sets his feet, totally different quarterback.
Definitely. And the Mavericks are not getting near the pressure. And part of that is they've been able to run the football much better, and they've been throwing these little swing passes that get the ball out of his hands in a hurry.
Also putting a couple of H-backs on one side, a tight end and an H-back on one side to help out, and it has definitely paid off. Good adjustments by the Cougar coaching staff. Here's the 2nd and 10. Handoff Weekly. Big hole right side. Weekly into the secondary. Weekly outrunning everybody. 30, 25, 20. The chase is on. Weekly is going to score. Weekly goes 58 yards.
You were asking about how fast he is, and there we just saw it. He made a cut.
All right, so just as that happened, Picayune scored against Brandon. They were running at the same exact time. Picayune gets a touchdown, so we got a hint because we got a source at Northwest Rankin from the future telling us to hang on because Northwest Rankin was about to score. So we got that Northwest Rankin touchdown. Picayune has another one. So Picayune up 28-14. Northwest Rankin about to go up 28-14. We're thinking, you can't assume anything with high school football and extra points. But let's see what happens here. The kick is up, and it is good. It is 28-14. So Northwest Rankin, 28 unanswered points on 2 big plays, scoring plays here in the second half. The screen pass and now this. So it's 28-14. 28-14 in Brandon and Picayune. And then we've got Starkville and Noxubee County. Let's jump there now. Starkville was on fire in the first half, and they have not slowed down in the second half. It's now 49-18 Starkville in the third quarter, running out of time in the third period. But Starkville doesn't need any time to score. They can score on literally any play. Let's hang here for a minute before we go back to Brandon Picayune. All right, so we have lost the audio at Starkville and Noxubee County. That's okay. It is live internet TV. Things happen. But what you can see right now, like we just mentioned, 49-18. They're running the clock out. I'm assuming they might be on a running clock. Anyway, we're going to the fourth quarter there. So Starkville up 49-18. Let's go back now to Brandon. Brandon's got a tall task in front of them. 3:29 to go in the fourth quarter. They're down 2 scores.
Barnes drops to throw, looking, going to swing it out to Blunt, who is hit and dropped. Loss of 3 on the play.
There's nowhere to go. Again, this defense energized and pretty much has done a good job of, just reading and reacting to any play that we make tonight. That was by Quentin Haynes, 5'9", 200.
2nd down and 12 as we reach the 3-minute mark here. Barnes drops to throw. Under pressure, gets out of the way, good job, throws it down the field, looking for Coe, and that's going to be high and incomplete. It'll be 3rd down.
Threw it off that back foot, couldn't quite point it like he wanted to throw it. Coe was able to somehow find himself open right around the 45-yard line But again, Waller just affecting the passing game, getting back there, getting Landon out of the pocket.
Got an official stoppage on the play. 3rd down and 12. This is obviously 4-down territory. So I've got a Picayune player down on the sideline. He's going to get up on the Brandon sideline and walk off as staff comes check him out real quick.
It's like number 9, Kyler King, senior 5'10", 165, tight end. One of the guys in the passing game for this Picayune offense. And he's going to make his way slowly off the field.
All right, so we have lost audio for a little bit here at Northwest Rankin. Waiting for Brandon and Picayune to come back. Do we have audio at Brandon? We do have audio back at Brandon. Okay, so we're just waiting for somebody to get ready to run a play. We're going to hang here, and then we're going to jump to Brandon as fast as humanly possible after we see the conclusion of this play. That is going nowhere. Let's go to Brandon now. Brandon passing, man open. It is caught, breaking tackles, and he is viciously tackled to the ground. All right, so we'll hang with Brandon. We're going to bounce in between Brandon Picayune and Germantown Northwest Rankin. A couple of Rankin County schools at home tonight.
He had to secure that football because he had 2 guys trying to strip it from him. Good job by Josh Cope.
Barnes going to just throw it away there as he is bare.
Yeah. We got some extracurricular activities at Brandon and Picayune. Trying to get a hold of this situation. It is an ugly situation right now. Don't know what started it, but it is getting a little rowdy. Hate to see this, but you're out there, you're competing, you're hitting each other, tempers can flare. Looks like we got everything under control now. 28-14 Picayune, so that seems to be sorted out. And over at Northwest Rankin, Germantown just cannot get that ball moving after that hot start, up 14-0. They're now down 28-14 with 4:44 to go in the third, and they're going to have to punt. Brandon and Picayune still working things out. The officials have something to talk about. Someone's got to get penalized for all of that. So when it looks like they have that sorted out, we're going to stay right here in Northwest Rankin. Do we have a feed here? Can we hear? No audio here. All right, so we'll just hang out, and we will watch this punt attempt by Germantown. Their defense has given up a couple big touchdowns here in the second half. This punt is away. It's a high one. It's a good kick. Fielded at the 46. Fair catch. Northwest Rankin is going to take over. So let's go over now to Brandon and Picayune. See what we got going and see if the officials can explain the penalties, the repercussions of that little fight there on the field.
Wrap it on.
Oh, yeah. So we'll let the officials. Chris, what you got down there?
Y'all missed it. The real MVP was me. Y'all missed me doing that?
Chris,
I was out there blocking him too now.
Good job. Good job.
No, look, I'm going to talk a little bit about this, and it's happened several times tonight. The head official was too slow with his flag because it should have been thrown earlier, and then when he body slammed him on the ground after the fact is when he threw it. At that point, I mean, these heated emotions, as I've been saying, has built up for about 2 quarters now. So they got to be a little bit quicker. That's the only second unsportsmanlike the whole game.
So, I knew this was coming. So he's going to call a sportsmanlike against both sides of both teams.
Personal foul now coming against Picayune.
Yeah.
So you're going to call, the unsportsmanlike on both teams, and then the personal foul, which they'll enforce the penalty here. Yeah, I have noticed that, Chris, and not to cherry pick officiating, but he has been extremely slow to pull that flag as the head official.
Yeah, and you got to get control of it early on, and that makes players know, well, we can't, we can't get chipped, we can't talk, we can't, because we know that flag's coming out. And I think at some points in this game, they've allowed it just slightly out of control, but 2:21 on the clock, and that's an unfortunate thing to happen. And it's been a good
All right, we are back at Northwest Rankin. Northwest Rankin has the football now. I was wondering what kind of formation they were getting in. Oh, they're punting. That was quick. That was a really quick possession. And away it goes. And it doesn't look like Germantown's going to bother trying to return that. As that one, oh, what a kick. What a kick. Out at the 3.5-yard line. Got to love it. Punters are people too. Picayune and Brandon now. Brandon has the ball, and it looks like the penalty. Now, there was a pretty aggressive tackle, and I think that's where might have gotten an unsportsmanlike there because Brandon's getting to move the ball up 15 yards. So let's see what Brandon can do. Not out of it, but it's not looking good.
Both want to win this football game tonight.
Motivated Picayune team, a frustrated Brandon team, and the emotions fly, and that's exactly, what happens.
First down and 10 now at the 39-yard line for Brandon. 2:21 to go in the ball game. Barnes going to hand it to Blunt on the draw, and Blunt's going to break another tackle. He's going to be inside the 35 down to the 33, a pickup of 6 on the play.
All right, here we are, Northwest Rankin and Germantown. Audio difficulties there. That pass incomplete. Kind of represents what's going on for the Germantown offense as we go back to Brandon and Picayune. Landon Barnes getting chased by that Picayune defense. And he's just got to throw it away. Now, remember that Picayune defense is pretty good, and they got a really good player on that team. Number 11, DeMonte Waller, 5-star recruit, 29th best player in the class of 24 by 247 Sports. He's committed to Florida, and head coach Billy Napier. And they've definitely had, he and his line have definitely had an impact tonight. Meanwhile, Northwest Rankin, as this play is being run, let's hop back over there. Germantown is, boy, that's as close to your own end zone as you can be. I don't even know where that ball is spotted, but let's see what the Cougars defense can. I imagine they're going to be bringing everybody. 3rd and 12, Germantown in a world of trouble. Pass deep down the sideline, and it is incomplete. Yeah, I got a little hold there. I saw it all the way here. So we'll check the flag. Meanwhile, Brandon still has the ball. $1:37 to go there. Let's go back live to Brandon.
Again, you just see how Waller just affects the play, and you just got to account for him. It's going to be really good on the next level.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. Definitely going to play high-end SEC football. Barnes drops to throw. Looking, throws the swing route to Nate Blunt, who breaks a tackle. Nate Blunt going to get down around at the 22-yard line. It'll be a 3rd down play coming up. 1:24 to go in the ball game. Got to get on the horse here. Now we're under 120 at 117. Barnes drops to throw. Looking, continues to look. Rolling. Throws towards the end zone, back of the end zone, and ball is a little short there. We're down to 57 seconds in the ball game.
Amazing time that he had, but I tell you, he just didn't have anybody open downfield.
Got a flag down around the 15. You would think that would be in the neighborhood of pass interference. Chris, you got anything on that?
The only player that was around the referee when he threw it was going to be Quincy Phillips. As he was walking by, I don't know if he said anything to him that caused it. That's the only player that I saw when he actually threw it. So we'll wait and see. It was well after the play ended. So we'll wait and see what they say, but they're pointing for the back judge. So could be just a late call. They do have communication devices that do talk to each other. So we're going to see what happens here. They're bringing every official in for this.
So you're thinking basically a dead penalty, a dead ball foul.
All right, back over to Northwest while the officials figure things out for that penalty flag and Brandon and Picayune. Germantown with the ball. Deep throw downfield. He's got it, and he is going to go the distance. Touchdown, Mavericks. Germantown needed that in the worst way. They give up 28 unanswered. They're right back in it. It's 28-20 on the long touchdown pass. Germantown trying to get their first ever win over Northwest Rankin. The Cougars 4-0 all time against a relatively new school, the Germantown Mavericks. So we'll wait for that PAT. Brandon and Picayune went to a timeout, and we also have Starkville and Noxubee County coming to a close. Let's go there really quick. And it looks
Early
like
point
it has come to a close. Starkville
going to come away with a 49-18.
Meanwhile, the extra point is good for Germantown, so it's 28-21. Starkville. Not surprising they won, and not surprising they put up a ton of points. The Yellow Jackets going to be the team to beat in 7A this year, as they're going to look for back-to-back state championships. So over at Brandon and Picayune, we got about 57 seconds left. Team's coming back on the field. Brandon's going to need a miracle if they're going to want to pull this one off. Meanwhile, Picayune trying to pick up a humongous win to start the new season. So let's go back there.
Louisville 35, West Point 13.
That Louisville bunch is a really, really good football team. Likely going to win 4A this year. You think Barnes going to throw quick strike. Jay McQueen going to bury forward down to the 14, maybe 13-yard line. That's going to move the sticks. Bulldogs got 51 seconds to work with here. You got to put the ball in the end zone quick here if they're going to have a chance. Barnes drops to throw, looking, throws towards the end zone. That ball is caught down at the 4-yard line.
Nick Campbell, sophomore receiver, one of the young players in his Bulldog offense, getting up, securing the football after the catch.
Really good catch there. Barnes going to throw it, and that's going to be caught. Touchdown, Brandon. Jay McQueen gets a touchdown, and 27 seconds to go, 28-20. I mean, look, we've seen some weird moments in Brandon football over the last decade. I mean, some weird moments. And, several come to mind against Clinton, Petal, Oak Grove. I mean, you just name it. Ocean Springs last year. You never count this team out. I mean, it's going to come down to the onside kick here in just a bit. And we're going to keep it here. We're not going to go to a break here. Kick is up, and it is good.
It's Brennan Williams with his first catch of the night. It'll be second and a yard. Washington pulled him to the ground for the Mavs. Give him 8 on the play. Second down and 2. 2 minutes, third quarter. Shotgun formation. White hand off to his running back, dancing in the backfield. He eluded the first set of defenders, and now he's going to head to the near side, pick up a huge first down to Dylan Lewis. Looked like there was nothing there, Jay Fletcher, and he's able to reverse this field and a big first down.
Play was all going to the left, and there was just nothing there. The defense had it defended so well, and he just bounced it back out to his right, found a lot of turf wide open, picks up the first down at the 45.
First and 10 at that 45-minute, 35 third quarter. Cougs looking to extend that lead once more. White in the gun, 2 wide receivers. Both to the left side of the formation. White will bark out some new orders. 3 down linemen for the Mavs. Claps the hands, high snap. Looking left, unloads. Couple men in the area. This one knocked away, flag.
The yardage and the way this game is played out.
Dogs need an onside kick against Picayune to keep the game alive here on Mississippi Scoreboard Friday Night Live, presented by Performance Therapy. 14 locations across Mississippi, comprehensive care, hands-on treatment, proven results. What do we got? What do we got? Who's got it? Looks like Picayune has it because I don't see anybody on Brandon celebrating. So Picayune recovers the onside kick, and that should do it from Brandon. We'll hang here for a minute, see what happens. We also keep an eye on Northwest Rankin and Germantown, where it's still 28-21 Northwest Rankin.
Will not lose this year. And they will run roughshod through 6A. Absolute roughshod. And again, if you're a Brandon fan, I can tell you with confidence, and Purvey and Chris would back me up on this, Brandon's not going to play a much better team than this year.
Yeah, you look at our schedule. Of course, we hit the road with Madison next week, and then Clinton, and then Gulfport, I believe, at home, and then of course we go our region schedule. And Yeah, you're going to be tough to find. I think Madison's going to be sneaky good. Clinton's going to be really good defensively. I'm not sure about their offense. Of course, we see Petals rebuilding. Meridian lost last night to Quitman, I think 7-6. So Coach Marcus Boyles is demand for the job. Of course, he's got his work cut out for him to get Meridian back to rare form. Oak Grove is going to be Oak Grove. Northwest ranking, I think, is probably going to be a wild card in the region this year. Pearl, of course, I think it's going to be, 3 times better than last season. So I think when I look at defensively, Madison's got some guys that return defensively. But, man, I don't think you're going to find a better defense than Jake. Outside of Oak Grove, I don't know if you're going to find a better offense. Of course, we're talking about 2 different offenses. Hand off to Davis, and he's on the run again. And he's going to pick up a 20-yard run, 19 seconds, 20-yard carry. Carries the ball down to the Brandon 20.
Right at the 30-yard.
Yeah, right at the 30-yard line. Wait to set it down, and Brandon's going to call a timeout.
And Purvey, I want to add one more to your list. I think the only one defensively and offensively that you would face, and 7A, other than Oak Grove, would probably be Tupelo this year if you play them in the state championship.
And that's a good point. And let me back up and correct myself here. I forgot we've got Warren Central on the schedule, and we go to Vicksburg.
That is correct.
And play them. So they're look.
They just beat Clinton pretty good,
too. And let me tell you, the one game they've got circled in their schedule.
3 down linemen, everybody else off the football. Wes White, the quarterback for the Cougs. 3 to the wide side right, 1 short side left. Running back is Dylan Lewis. His favorite target is the lonesome wide receiver in Dylan to the left. Back to pass White, plenty of time. They pull on the jersey does the offensive line. Should be a flag. There is. They heave it down, and it's incomplete. There was 1 Cougar and a bunch of Mavericks down the field.
All right, so Brandon and Picayune final. Picayune coming up to Brandon, taking down the Bulldogs 28-21. I mean, Picayune's solid. They come up here to Rankin County, and they give the business to the runner-up from 6A football a year ago. So the Picayune Maroon Tide are going to start the year with a victory. Brandon falls. Brandon is going to go to Madison Central next week, while Picayune is going to host Catholic from Baton Rouge. Got some final scores from this evening from games we saw, some games we tried to see. Technology did not agree with everything we tried to do tonight, but that's okay. We got Starkville beating Noxubee County 49-18. Madison Central, you saw that here, beating Ocean Springs with a game-winning field goal. The final seconds of that one, 15-14. Oxford beat Lafayette 42-7. Gulfport beat Gaucher 42-0. Then in the MAIS, Hartfield beat Simpson Academy 48-22. MRA beat Oak Forest 49-7. And Jackson Prep beat Adams County Christian 24-12. So that is going to do it for the first edition and episode of Mississippi Scoreboard Friday Night Live, presented by Performance Therapy for the 2023 regular season. Remember, Performance Therapy, 14 locations across the state, comprehensive care, hands-on treatment, proven results. Hope you enjoyed the show, and we hope we see you back next week. Take care.